Moorhouse, and I'm going to show you how to create a zombie transformation look for the Creative Walden zombie film 2018. For the zombie look, I'm using the PS Composites Skin Sculpt, which is a 3-part silicone. You mix them all together in equal parts and you just apply it straight to the face. And from, as for a zombie, you want to create really sort of deep set eyes, so you put it around the eyes and build it up, and any cuts or bits of hanging flesh, that sort of thing. But it stays on and it's really quick and easy. It does set quite fast though, so you've sort of got to work pretty quickly with it. So that's the first product that I use. Before that though, if you're going to put the Skin Sculpt over the brows, put Vaseline on the brows, because you don't want the Skin Sculpt to rip off anyone's brows. But it does work with the Vaseline, still sticks on and it comes off super easy. So, and then colour wise, using 3 different things. So first of all, the Death palette, which is by Pam, the Fard Creme in Death. Using the greens and the greys and the purples and the yellows as well. You can pretty much go crazy with colour, because zombies are messy and they combine all of these sorts of colours anyway, just to make you look really lifeless and gross. That is one. The Ben Nye FX wheel in Zombie. This has got really much deeper colours, but the green's are really good for the face, for covering the silicone, and also the 2 reds and the blues are really good for inside the eyes, so making the just around the eyes look really dark, because it makes it look a lot more deep set, which is what you want for zombies, and just highlights the brow bone. And then for blood, just around like certain areas, I've been using the congealed blood from Pam. But you can really use any fake blood. If you want it to be edible, then you can get edible blood. But there's, any fake blood will do. Just put that wherever really, go crazy with it. You can put it on the mouth, normally around the mouth, in cuts, around the eyes. I mean, it just adds depth and it looks really cool. So that's really the only products that I've been using to create the zombie look. So I am currently applying Vaseline to Ella's eyebrows, just to make sure that when I'm applying the Skin Sculpt that it doesn't stick onto the hairs. And it doesn't, so don't worry.
That's good.
It's been tried and tested,
so weird.
This method. We're just flattening them down, making sure all of it's covered in Vaseline, because then what happens is when you pull off the Skin Sculpt, it just releases very nicely. So yeah, that's what we're doing at the moment. And then I will move on to mixing up the Skin Sculpt, which is just a 3-part silicone, which can be applied straight to the skin, which is really handy for transformations such as this. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing parts A, B and C into a little cup. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm going in with the Skin Sculpt. So it feels a bit weird, it feels a little bit like glue, but it's not. So what I'm doing is I'm just building up the under eye area.
This is going to make it look lumpy.
So it basically just makes you look lumpy, and it makes you look like your eyes are really sunken in. So zombies have you can't see in their eyes because they look really like...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Dead eyes.
Yeah, dead eyes, all sunken in, gross.
Great.
So that's what we're doing here. Again, this is just to make your brows look really sort of like hungover. Yeah, basically, they have really sort of horrible overhanging brows that looks like you can see the brow bone almost. Right, we're just going to wait for that to set just a little bit. So we're going with some greens, but we can do a bit more blue or red, a bit more purple. So I'm using the Pam Fard Creme palette in Death, which is appropriate. So now I'm using a darker green before I go in with other colours, just to cover the colour of the Skin Sculpt. And this is the Ben Nye FX wheel in Zombie. I want to go into fashion, but I do love prosthetics and like all of this gory stuff as well.
At university, do they break it up into segments in?
You do like different units and that sort of thing. Like you learn, the first 2 years you're sort of learning stuff, the third year you're sort of your own boss in a way. Just trying like your own projects and things like that. But actually we don't do a lot of beauty makeup, which is...
Really?
No, we do fashion, which is can be very different. So we're going to go back in with some blues and purples to really contrast you up, and greys as well. Right, let's go in with the eyes. And for the eyes, it's good to look at more reds and blacks and things like that, just to really make them look really super deep set and horrible. Yeah, nearly done. We just do the eyes, and then I put a bit of blood on you, and then we'll... Oh, look horrible. In a great way, obviously. Let's do some grey around here. Right, I'm going to go in with a bit of black in your eyes.
Good.
And then we are nearly...
Look up.
Just the black in the edges, just because it really highlights the fact that it's...
Yeah, you're not supposed to put highlight there.
Yeah, no, obviously, when you want it to like stand out and be brought out, but when you want it to look like... Adding veins, so I'm just going to do some little veins using the blue. Can bring some down here as well. Just tap those in. Just is so effective. And all I'm doing to achieve those lines is drawing the lines and bringing them down and tapping them out so they don't look as, obviously, like if I do that, it looks really pronounced. But as soon as you tap it out, it looks like a vein. So yeah, it's good. Then we're going in with some blood, just for the last section. Just a little bit, we don't want too much, we don't want to overdo it. But just in the little cut here, because it just looks, again, like you've got skin falling off. It's horrible around your mouth. It's alright, it all comes off super easy. Real blood just runs normally and doesn't bead up on the skin, so you can tell the difference between a good fake blood and a bad fake blood, because a bad fake blood will bead up on the skin, whereas a good fake blood doesn't. I'm going to just put some down your neck.
Oh.
I know, I'm sorry, I just want it to look good. Let's just put a little bit more green on you, just to...
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
Okay, good. What I'm going to do, a little bit more, just a little bit of grey, come up, look up at me, on the lips, just to completely get rid of the colour, because otherwise it can look a bit...
If I was in your room at night, would you be scared?
Absolutely terrified. I'm 100% sure of it.